Hello Blitz fans of all ages, it's me PlumCastle, and in today's video we're going to be opening a bunch of the lockboxes associated with the Blitz Stellar Cup. And as soon as this loads, you're going to see what I'm talking about. Basically what's going on right now is Wargaming is doing a bunch of tournaments across different servers, and then as long as you watch the streams while logged in Blitz's official portal, you'll get lockbox keys, and then in order to get the lockbox, you basically just have to play, and clearly this is not going to load. But either way, you're going to be doing missions and stuff like that, and then you're going to be able to get lockboxes. Either way, I've kind of already been on the grind, and so today we're going to be opening a bunch of them. I'll record it mostly today, and then probably record it in another day, and then put the 2 days together for maximum crate opening. But without any further ado, let's go ahead and start opening it. So you can get quite a few of these. Also, if you're interested, you can see what's in here. Mystery certificate being at a 1% drop chance. Of course, probably nothing like too terribly crazy there. It's technically possible, but I'm not exactly expecting that to happen. But who knows? We've got quite a few opportunities to open these. We're going to start with this first one. And I didn't realize how much was in here. I gotta wonder how common this avatar is. I'm going to check. It's probably a lot higher than I'm thinking. But, of course, parts for the M4A1, pretty cool. Because getting parts for a tank it gives you the ability to amass a tank without necessarily getting it directly, which increases your odds. In this case, it was for the Tornwagen. I'm going to keep going. This one is for the Stegosaurus camouflage, which I believe goes on the Tornwagen, if I'm not mistaken. Sure enough, it does. It's an interesting camouflage, but of course, unless we can get the tank, it's probably not going to do a whole lot for us. Now, those were more parts for the Tornwagen. In this case, it's the M4A1 again. This particular camouflage is like nothing overly special. It's just a random camouflage. And I'm not going to go over like everything we get out of here, but of course, stuff like the free XP multipliers and stuff like that are pretty cool. And we get another one of those avatars, which that's fine. I could probably exchange it for something. And then more parts for the Tornwagen. Now, I'm just going to also double check here what the percent chance of that avatar was. It's probably going to be pretty down here. It's probably going to be pretty common. Let's see here. Avatar Blitz, 10%. Yeah, so you're probably going to see a couple of these if you're opening even just a couple of them, more than likely. So for this one, we get more parts for the M4A1. Hopefully, if I open enough of these, I'll be able to get both tanks. That would be pretty cool. Not sure that will happen, but there we go, more tanks. And did I say something about not thinking that I would get a mystery certificate? Thank you, Wargaming. That just made this a whole lot more interesting. We'll open that at the very end. So let's see parts of the M4A1. Even though this is not like a huge thing, I do want to harp on this a little bit. The certificates for the XP, like to directly get XP, are actually pretty cool. Because even though, as you can see here, 10 certificates to get 200. If we think about that, that's 2,000 free XP. Probably doesn't sound super cool. Except for the fact that if you combine them over and over, you can get better and better ones of these to the point that you can get... I don't know what the top one is. I'm still working on getting one of those. I'm probably pretty close, but it's a fair deal of free XP if you're willing to wait and not spend these right away. So those, even though they might not look all that incredible, are actually, in my opinion, pretty interesting. More parts for the Tornwagen. We're going to see at the end how many of these I actually end up getting. And there we go, another Stegosaurus camouflage. I don't know if maybe this can be exchanged as well. Generally, a lot of this stuff can. And the cool thing about all of this is that you don't actually have to spend anything. All you have to do is watch, or what I imagine most people probably do, is just let the streams run on their computer while they do something else or on their phone. But it is a free way to be able to get this stuff, and of course, kind of gets you interested in the tournament action that goes on. Okay, so far this has probably been the smallest amount of things that I've gotten out of the crate. Generally, we see about 4 to 5, though that was definitely a 3. This one looks like a 4 to me. Oh, no, never mind. It was a 5. And, wow. another one of the Blitz Stellar avatars. We're going to open up another one, and what do we get out of this one? We get... Okay, so in this case, you can see that earlier there was those 10, and those were the common free XP certificates. To give you an idea here, these ones, if you were to combine those 10, would give you 2,300. So that's an extra 300 if you were to combine them. Hopefully this kind of makes sense. As you combine more and more, it becomes more worthwhile to actually use one. And as I'm looking through here, I think the chances of us getting those 2 tanks are actually looking decent. Hopefully we'll be able to get all of them. I think the Tornwagen might be a little bit less common. I'm definitely seeing more of the M4A1s. Another Stegosaurus camouflage. And we are continuing on through the crates. There's more. I probably... I'm not going to look yet until like at the very end of the video, but I probably have the M4A1 already. I could be wrong, but it's probably pretty close. And let's see here. We've got 2 more for this, and then I'll have to grind through, and then we'll get the other ones. So this one contains some parts for the Tornwagen. Now it's interesting. I'll have to see if there's a variance in the amount of certificates you get, because I'm noticing a lot of 8 certificates for the M4A1, and then the Tornwagen's getting a lot of 9s. So let's see here. Yeah, it's just a hard set. And yeah, definitely the Tornwagen is less common, but they give you more certificates. Basically, the way it works is you just want to collect 100 of those certificates. So that means for the Tornwagen, you have to essentially pull it 11 times in different boxes. And then for the M4A1, you'd have to pull it, in that case, it'd be a few more times. It'd be like 12 times. No, it might actually still be 11. Either way, pretty cool. And that was the last box, and then I will go grind, and then we'll just cut right to the next set of crates. Okay, and now after having watched the EU streams, we now have 9 more keys to open 9 more boxes, which means that in total we'll have opened, was it like 28 boxes, which is pretty cool, especially considering it is for free. Of course, just like we do get with most of these boxes, there's the parts for the M4A1. Hopefully, I can get both of these tanks. That would be pretty cool. That is a camo I don't think we've seen yet. The Psych camouflage, I suppose. We can take a look at that. I don't actually know. It's okay. It's got some of my favorite colors in there. Another part for the M4A1. Maybe this one will contain a part for the other tank, which is... okay, it did. 9 parts for the Tornwagen. And the Molten Lava camouflage. Now, just to save on time, I'm not going to look at every single one of these camouflages, but the lava one is, honestly, in my opinion, pretty cool. Another one of these avatars, more for XP. I mean, at the end of this, I'm just going to go through and I'm going to kind of, like, clean up what I actually got out of here so we can get a better gauge on what it is exactly that we managed to get out of here. So there, honestly, this tank is, like, so much more. Oh, and apparently clicking on that... tells me that we have about 1.5 of these tanks, which is super cool. And how many more of these do we have to open? It is 3, so I guess these last 3 will be kind of like climactic, and we'll do these slower for whatever reason. More parts for the M4A1. I don't think, though, that I can get a whole other tank. I just think that's asking for a little bit too much out of these boxes, because I think there's a cap on 8. Cool, and then this would be the last box to what I'm aware. And this one contains more parts for the M4A1. 168, yeah, I mean, we got about 1.5 of these tanks, which is pretty cool. Open? I don't think I have any more. It's probably going to tell me to purchase it. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so, first, we have this. We'll come back to this in a minute. Let's go ahead and take a look real quick just at the other stuff we got. So, certificates. For the tank, cool. We can increase this, and it gives us the new one down here. We can use it, and we now have that tank, which is pretty cool. I did not have that one before. Didn't really get enough for this one, but that is okay. Moving down here, where are the free XP things? Wow, that is a few. 74, we're going to increase these. Send that, increase that up. And where did it go? There we go. For the first time, I can actually combine these into one of the really super ones, which 350,000 free XP. Honestly, I'm just gonna go and use this because I can't combine this anymore. So super cool. That's a pretty good chunk of free XP. Moving on to appearance, I don't think, I mean, other than the camouflages we got, there's nothing super cool in there. The other thing is the avatars which we got, which I'm assuming we're going to be able to exchange. I don't want to exchange all of that. Is not a lot to exchange an avatar for, to be honest. 4 of them equals 200 splinters. Oh, I can exchange one of these. I'm not going to worry about that. This is just wasting time. Anyway, all that said, we got, of course, if I can find real quick here, the French Tier A. There it is. So we got this tank, and like I mentioned before, we do have the mystery certificate that, against all odds, yeah, what were the odds on this? 1%. Out of a 1% chance, we got one of these. Now let's just take a quick sneak peek at what's in here. A lot of stuff. Now we could get anything ranging from a tier 5 all the way up to a tier 10. Let's just see what comes out of here, because I have no idea. It's going to be completely random and completely new. I think I did not have that tank before. The tank itself is honestly kind of lame, but hey, that's pretty cool. And I can check here. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I did not have that tank before. So cool. Added 2 tanks to my collection. One of them's definitely not as good as the other one. This one's definitely the better of the 2, but still, for free and opening up 28 of those boxes, I'm pretty satisfied. And so with that, hope you all enjoyed, and as always, have fun, good luck, and happy tanking.